Okay, so how's everybody doing today? This is my channel. This is the first time that I have done a video. This is something that if this goes well, it's something that I want to do every week. I am going to be doing the different signs, and I did start with Scorpio simply because I am a Scorpio. So, like the first card I want to show you guys. First of all, these top cards, I'm using the Kipper deck, and this is a fortune telling deck. And then the tarot cards, I'm using the Mythical Goddess Tarot. And so that is what this middle row is right here. And then the bottom, I'm using the Vampire deck by Lucy Cavendish. And so I do have these cards pulled here. So like the first card that I got is the Courthouse card. And so I don't know, I mean, this could actually be a court case. If you're somebody that is dealing with a situation right now that involves the courts, this is letting you know that you will have a really good outcome. But also, when I get the Courthouse card, I also think about justice and balancing. And that this is all about, I also got the Wheel of Fortune card. And basically, these two go together. Because a lot of people, you know, if you realize that we determine exactly what kind of experiences we want to have before we even incarnate here. And so at any time, any given time, things are happening exactly like they're supposed to. Everything's playing out exactly like it's supposed to play out. And so really, it's just a matter of accepting that and realizing that everything that's happening is for your highest good. And so things are playing. This is letting you know that things are playing out exactly like they're supposed to right now. And the Courthouse card is also about justice and balancing, or like I said, an actual court case, which this is letting you know that that is going to be favorable. Because we also got the Expectation card. And basically this is letting us know, because I say us because I'm a Scorpio too, to release expectation, because a lot of times we limit the universe by trying to figure it out ourselves, by trying to figure out, okay, how is this going to play out? I feel like this should happen like X, Y, and Z, you know, and the universe may have a completely different plan, but because we determine our reality with our thoughts, you may see it happening one way, and really it's planning, I mean, it was going to happen another way, but you've limited it, or you've created a whole like alternate, basically an alternate reality where things might not even have played out that way. They might have played out better than what you had expected. So it's best to always release expectation, because like I said, things are balancing and they are playing out exactly like they're supposed to right now. Whether that be in your finances or in your love life, whatever, you know, that might be. And also, we have the Despair card. And from what I found out, basically when you're in a place of despair, usually it's because you're stuck in the past or you're worried about the future. Because when we worry about the past, we fret about it, usually, you know, we have shame or guilt or regret or sadness or, you know, victim mentality, where, you know, we're like, whoa, you know, just everything is happening to me and everything is going wrong, which really, you know, once you realize that we create, like I said, we create our own reality by our thoughts. And once we release expectation, we won't have despair if you live like in the present moment and you understand that everything's happening just like it's supposed to happen. So, and also a lot of despair comes from like anxiousness or anxiety or any type of worry about the future. And once again, that involves, you know, worrying about things that haven't happened yet and actually creating problems for yourself, because we do create problems for ourselves when we have expectation and we're not actually living in the current moment. So that is definitely something to work on. I do also have the Ten of Purity, the Purity card, the Ten of Seas. And in the traditional tarot, the Seas is actually the Cups. So this would actually be the Ten of Cups. And to me, this is saying, this is more like alchemy. Because this is all about being purified, basically through the fire, because that's what happens when you go through the fire. And you go through the fire by actually dealing with situations as they come up. I mean, not creating them by being in our mind, but actually dealing with them when they do happen. And, transmuting them. A lot of times it's just a matter of looking at a situation a different way. I know if a problem or a situation comes up for me, I try looking at it like, okay, there's a lesson in this. What is the lesson? What can I learn from this? And how can I get rid of my fears? Because once I get rid of my fears, then I can move into calmer water. And so when we transmute energies and we transmute fear into love, we purify. And so that's what this card is about transmuting any type of fears or any type of things that come up into love just by looking at them a different way. So, if this is a situation where, you are in despair because you're worried about the future, because you have expectations and things aren't turning out the way you want them to, look at it as everything is happening, like I said, just like it's supposed to. Everything's balancing right now. And once it happens, you'll be in that Ten of Cups energy, which is coming real soon. It's just a matter of seeing things a certain way. And with the Ten of Cups, this is a completion, or this is the Ten of Seas, but it's the same thing. It's a completion of a cycle. So you're getting ready to go into calmer waters, and you're in anything that you're working on manifesting right now is on its way, as long as you do release the expectation and you stay in a place of faith. And also, I'm going out of order a little bit. We have the Forgiveness card. And with the Forgiveness card, and this is the Six of Fire, in order to be able to move forward and to get out of that victim mentality that I was talking about earlier, you have to forgive. And we forgive not for ourselves, not for others, but for ourselves. Because when you forgive people, you release yourself from the despair and from victim mentality. And you do realize that, yes, things have happened a certain way, and they might not happen the way that you wanted them to, but they actually have been for your highest good, because it's all part of this cycle of this this plan, this soul's journey, this path that you planned before you even came here. So a lot of times it's just a matter, like I said, of looking at it a different way and actually transmuting those fears into love. Because here we have the Ace realization. This is all about, to me, is about epiphanies. This is about information, not so much information, but spiritual guidance and downloads coming from source to let you know why things had to happen a certain way. And it's just a matter of really just meditating on it, and once again, like I said, transmuting this energy, and then realizing that everything, it has a purpose. Everything is happening just like it's supposed to. And once you work on yourself and you start forgiving others and live in the present moment and release expectations, then you can move into this energy of this mature woman or mature man depending on who's watching this. And this is all about, like I said, releasing that victim mentality and becoming more present, and really releasing your fears, because your fears manifest into things that you don't want. So it's always important to, like I said, transmute that energy into love or something other than fear, because you don't want your fears manifesting things all over the place. Because that's why, if you've ever had a situation where you've been like, okay, this is like my worst fear come true, it's because you focused on it, and whatever we focus on, we create. So it's real important to watch your energy and to get in a good place. And whether you're trying to manifest money or love, all of these things can come to you once you're in this energy here of releasing these things, and then realizing and forgiving and moving into like your soul purpose and realizing your soul purpose. Because a lot of times it's not even just about getting that person or just about creating more finances, but it's about realizing who you are as a soul and coming into yourself and becoming more authentic. And once you do that, you naturally attract higher vibrational situations and people and money. But it's all about getting into that place first, getting into that space. And so that's what this is all about. That's what these cards are for. Because here with the vampire cards, we have the call of the night. This is daring, adventure, excitement. And to me, this card means thinking outside the box and basically not putting all of your hopes or expectations on one thing, because it's a lot easier to manifest and attract things to us when we're not waiting for them, when we're out living and we're out having adventures and excitement and we're not worried about it. Because basically when you're sitting around kind of worried about something or waiting for it, a lot of times it can't come to you until you're happy with yourself, you're happy and complete, and you're out here living your life and you're not waiting on it. And Florence Scovel Shinn said that your ship can come in over an I don't care sea. And basically that means once you just kind of, I'm not saying give up, but you get out of your own way. You're like, okay, this is what I'm working on manifesting. But I have faith. I know it's going to come to me in the most perfect way. I don't have to worry about it, because whatever is for me is for me. And I will receive it when the time is right, because divine timing is at play. But I just need to get out of my own way. So basically, this is all about living life, and being in that vibration of you're just doing you, and you're not worried about anything else. And that's when whatever it is you're trying to create or manifest can come to you. This card here is the last day in the light. And this is about unexpected endings, surprise changes, sudden shifts. And basically what I'm getting from this card is that all of these things that I have talked about will lead to this, will lead to changes, will lead like unexpected changes and endings and new beginnings and shifts, and you'll shift into new energy. And like I said, it'll be easier to realize, to purify, to forgive, to let this, your soul's journey, your soul's path, whatever is for you, to come to you, and to stop worrying about it, to get out of this place of despair. Also, we have the Monster Within card, and this is all about internal struggles, personal challenges, and wanting to improve. And once again, this is about releasing the past. This is about forgiving people. This is about getting out of that place of despair. Just so a lot of times, we want that person, we want our finances to improve. But most of all, it's important to be in a good place ourselves, first of all, because you have to be in a place to where you're actually ready for a relationship. And in order for that to happen, you have to be in a good space. And this means releasing anything that you've been holding on to, like, unforgiveness or despair or any type of expectations, or if you've been waiting and not living. All of this has to happen in order to have these shifts and these endings and these new beginnings. And like I said, this is all about improving and overcoming personal challenges. And how do you do that? You do that by releasing the past and forgiving anyone that you need to forgive, and really being present in the now. If you guys have never read Eckhart Tolle's The Power of Now, it's really life changing, and he really talks about that is, where the power is in being present and in the here and now, and actually releasing all of this, so that you can have balance, and so that you can purify and you can have realization of why things have happened the way that they've happened. And that's so important. But yes, this is like my little mini reading. And like I said, this is my first time. I was trying to actually do it on my laptop, and I don't know what happened. I got like 10 minutes into it and it cut out. So I got to kind of play around with that. So I was like, well, I'll just use my phone for right now till I can figure it out. I'm not real technological. But I am planning on doing a reading a week for each sign. And I will have like my contact information at the bottom of this video in case anyone wants to order a reading from me. I am on Etsy, and I can share my Etsy link too, because I actually have my own fragrance business as well. I make incense, and I do body oils. I make soap and sprays and, stuff like that, in addition to doing tarot and oracle readings. And so I'll post the link to my Etsy shop in case anybody wants to have a look. And hopefully I'll get better at this. But like I said, this is literally just like my first time doing a video. And I'm really trying to get it together. So if anybody is interested, like I said, I'll put my link at underneath this video where you can actually book a reading from me. Thank you.